Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, before I begin, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom wa Barakia to you brothers and sisters out there. Alright, this is the brother Malachiah from the Great Millstone Nashville camp. And Lord willing that this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. Alright, I'm heading home, from work, and I want to go ahead and do an in-transit lesson. And I pray it's edifying. Just really probably got a couple things I want to say, on my mind. Just been meditating today, talking with brothers, and we're coming into them times, man. Times of persecution. We understand Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples that through much tribulation shall they enter into the kingdom of heaven. Roughly paraphrasing. So, in order for us to get to the kingdom of heaven, we have to go through that straight gate. S-T-R-A-I-T, which it goes into, difficulty, trials and tribulations. You see? But that's okay. Right? Don't be intimidated by these things, because all that means is the Lord is dealing with us. Right? Go into the Hebrews, the 12th chapter. Chastisement. If God, doesn't chastise you, then you're a bastard, But He deals with you as with sons. So He puts us through these different situations because He wants us to grow, in the spirit. He wants us to get better. He wants us to be better men and women, as well, for the sincere sisters out there. All right, but mainly, speaking to the men, that goes without saying. You already know. All right, but He's trying to make us the greatest man that we can be. To be fit to serve Him. To please Him. Which we know we're never going to achieve perfection on this side, but that's okay. That's okay, because this ain't the end all be all, right? All this stuff that you see here is all temporal, man. It ain't gonna fucking last. Okay? And that's why it talks about in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, it talks about people, buying and selling and laboring and planting it. And it's like, bro, all that is vanity. All right? Even King Solomon had said that, right? He said, he beheld, the labor under the sun, and it's all vanity. All these people are literally building, they're attempting to build, basically building a house upon sand, man. When you dumb it down, that's what they're doing. Which really, when Yahweh Shai was speaking on that, he's mainly talking about doctrine. You want to make sure you have the right foundation. You want to make sure you're teaching the whole road, the 100% truth. And our foundation ultimately is Yahweh Shai and Mashiach. This whole movie is centered around Him. Of course, the Most High Yahweh comes first, but the Most High, He's glorifying His Son, right? He's the director, but Yahweh Shai is the main character of this movie. And Lord, when we're part of the elect, we're the supporting characters. So what does that mean? The supporting characters get the dub, man. Yeah, I ain't the main character, but I don't give a fuck about that. I'm on the winning team. I know the main character. I shook his hand. Like, that's an honor. It's an honor, man. And if you want to actually receive the kingdom of heaven, if you want to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, like it says in Romans 8 and 17, you have to suffer with Him. And part of that suffering is going to be that persecution, because it's coming. Okay, that persecution is right around the corner. There's so many things going on in so many different ways that all hell could break loose, bro. We don't even know. Okay, we don't know what's about to happen. Every day it's a mystery. Every day it's excitement. Like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen today. And pretty soon we're not just going to be, which prophecies are happening now, of course, but in the coming days here, we're going to be so much deep. We're going to be so deep in prophecy that we're literally just living the book at that point. Like once we see the famine, the pestilence, once we see the persecution, the MOTB, which is the micro C-hip, anybody that teaches otherwise than that, avoid him, man. Mark that man, avoid him. Romans 16 and 17. Don't pay that dude no mind. Don't click on his videos. Man. He through. All right? Like it says in the book of Sirach, these things are plain unto the holy, but they're stumbling blocks unto the wicked. Okay? So we see, right? Like Yahushua said, blessed is he that has eyes to see. We have eyes to see. We're able to understand what times we're in. We're able to understand right from wrong, the doctrine, and this is such a wonderful gift to have, which it's mind-boggling that men want to give that up for some box or for some fucking punk ass money, or for FRNs. It's not even real money, mind you. Or for some, just to keep the I don't want to lose my family. Man, bro, Yahushua said, he that hath forsaken houses or mother or father or brethren for my name's sake shall receive an 100-fold. Are you kidding me? 100-fold. We're basically investing a penny to get billions of dollars. All you got to do is wait. We're just waiting for the check to hit, man. We already got the money. We're just waiting for it to hit. And I could be any day. I got I personally, I got current, which I think everybody gets notifications anyways, but they send me a notification that says, woohoo, you just got paid. We're waiting for that. We're waiting for that to pop, and like that recent dream, because that's prophecy too, right? In the book of Acts, because it was first in Joel, talking about how the